Hi, I wanted to talk to you about this issue of business today. I hope you can see the cover very well. There's a slight superhero sort of figure on it. That's Pawan Munjal, who's the CEO of Hero Motocorp. And this company was set up not that long ago in December 2010 as a result of the breakup of a 26-year partnership with Honda Motor of Japan. So Hero is the largest two-wheeler manufacturer in the world, Hero MotoCorp. But Munjal has very ambitious plans for the company. 2.5% of its current market is outside of India. He wants to multiply that by 4 and make it 10% in the next few years. So the story is very interesting. It's about a company that started off from very humble roots way back in Amritsar in the pre-independence days as with the bicycle spare parts. And then after partition in 1947, after the Indian subcontinent was partitioned, the Munjal set up shop in Ludhiana in Punjab, making regular bicycles. And in 1984, they tied up with Honda of Japan. It's a story about a joint venture that went on for quite a while, of a situation where Honda was reluctant to part with its technology to its Indian partner, where the Indian partner decided that it had spent long enough being subordinate to a Japanese partner's design and technology plans and decided to break out on its own. So you're going to have quite a lot to chew on if you read this cover story. As usual, we have quite a bit else that is important in this issue. I must commend to you the story we've run on the fall of the rupee. As I speak, on the 9th of July, the rupee is trading at about 61 to the US dollar. It has fallen precipitately over the past few months. It has lost 50% of its value, and this is affecting a huge number of people, from the common man and woman who are spending more on everything of everyday use to small and big companies. The other thing that is worrying is that the fall of the rupee comes side by side with the current account deficit, which is at an extremely high and unsustainable level in India. There is a distinct loss of confidence in the Indian economy, not just within the country but across the world. The other story that I wanted to talk to you about was the effects of the catastrophic flooding and cloudburst that took place in the northern Indian state of Uttarakhand in the middle of June. It seemed like one more of those natural disasters that strike India from time to time. But this particular one has a direct correlation with the climate change and global warming. And Gautam Das, who is our associate editor based in Bangalore, has done a pretty good job of pulling together all kinds of details on how this the concept of climate change is going to become more and more important as we go forward, especially when it comes to food production and manufacturing in towns and cities across the country. And he's painted a pretty chilling scenario of what might happen in India's commercial capital of Mumbai. In my letter in this issue, I point out that the US polling organization called Pew Research has said that the one thing that concerns the majority of people in 39 countries that they polled was climate change. It ranks higher than terrorism and all other things that you read about. People are starting to get genuinely worried and genuinely scared about what might happen if we continue down the path we are. So it's a sobering wake-up call, and we need to remember that. Lots to chew on if you look through the issue. I hope you'll buy a copy, and I hope you'll also note the cover that looks again very striking with Pawan Munjal in his biking gear.